Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the 2014 NCAA tournament. We're covering every region, and right now we're going to discuss the West with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, Joe, thanks for doing so many calls with us. Give us a quick plug for your website. Tell us how you did this year in college basketball.
No, it has been a tremendous year. You know, although my picks are elsewhere and I'm ranked among the top handicappers, my home is at OffshoreInsiders.com, where you'll get my picks first and foremost. And, you know, again, I've been in this business since 1988, and we're putting in literally 16-hour days. Been drinking a lot of coffee, Peter.
That's awesome. Well, the results speak for themselves, and the insights in these videos that you give us for free speak for themselves. Joe Duffy, thank you so much. All right, the West region. I'll tell you what, man, I'm looking at this, looking at all the top choices. I'm seeing vulnerable, vulnerable, vulnerable. I'm looking at all the mid-range teams. I'm seeing, you know, lively long shot, lively underdog, lively underdog. I mean, I'm looking at this. Wisconsin is the number 2 seed. They seem pretty vulnerable to me. Creighton, very, very good team, but I could see them easily getting upset. Arizona is the number 1 seed. They're plus 160 to win the West, but I could easily see them, you know, coming in and just giving a flop in one game and getting knocked out. And then some of the bottom choices, you know, Oklahoma, Baylor, Oregon, Gonzaga, Oklahoma State. Those are all quality teams that could make deep runs, right?
No, I agree with you, and I think Oklahoma State is probably my dark horse team here. We said it in a couple other videos. I've always liked that Ken Pom luck factor, where, you know, the teams that he rates the unluckiest teams, basically they lost a lot of close games, are usually the ones that have the most upside. And Oklahoma State, of the teams that did not get a bye, or the teams that did get a bye, I should say, they are the unluckiest team in the tournament, which means they are better than the record. And we all know Marcus Smart. You know, he had that suspension. Oklahoma State was in the middle of a slump anyway, and then his suspension kind of exasperated. But now he's back. Oklahoma State's talented, and they definitely have a chance to win it. Baylor, classic team, got hot at the right time. They're coming from a good conference. Wisconsin, I think they're one of the more interesting teams. They've had more than their share of early exits. 5 of the last 7 dances, They lost to a lower-seeded team, including 3 times to teams that had double-digit seeds. But they sort of remind me of the way Temple was a few years back, going back to the John Chaney era, where Chaney had a great defense, always had great regular seasons, never had enough offense in the postseason. One year he came out, he said, "This is the worst defensive team I ever had," and that was the one year he went to the Elite 8. In fact, I was at that game against Michigan State at the Georgia Dome. Well, Wisconsin has a little more firepower than they did those teams that came up short. So I wonder if Wisconsin could be a little bit of this could finally be their year.
Your comments on Oklahoma State, the market completely agrees with you. Oklahoma State is the number 9 seed, but they are plus 1284 at Pinnacle to win the West, and those are shorter odds than Oklahoma, Baylor, Oregon, or Gonzaga, and those are the 5 through 8 seeds. All right, so what's your overall take on Arizona as the number 1 seed?
Yeah, it's another one. I've used kind of this quote in all the videos they did in my $1 billion bracket, where you got to pick everyone right. I am going to take Arizona, and you know, I cannot go against the team that Ken Pom has, the number 1 team in the country. But you know, at the same time, it's really tough to say. You know, the Pac-10 is a very good conference, obviously, but not necessarily as good as the Big Ten. So I think Baylor's probably the best dark horse, but still, I don't see any team in this region that is better than Arizona.
All right, but so your pick for a team that might go deeper than expected is going to be Oklahoma State?
Yeah, Oklahoma State and probably Baylor, but Oklahoma State now is definitely one of the better dark horses in the tournament.
Okay, and your pick for a likely, maybe possible early exit is going to be who?
You know, I don't even know. I guess I'll still, despite what I said about Wisconsin, the fact that their history says that they keep getting knocked off by lower seeded teams, and they have a little more offense than they have in the past. But I guess I'm going to have to say Wisconsin. They've done it too many times. They've been upset, so Wisconsin would probably be my pick to get upset.
All right, Joe Duffy, OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks so much for all your insights and your time once again.